Many boys nowadays are invited to participate in cultural program in other states.
Headlines is sponsored by Wonder Cement. एक perfect शुरुआत.
Good news for the Northeast. With an aim to bring permanent peace in Bodo-dominated areas in Assam, Centre signs a comprehensive accord with Bodo outfits. Tripartite agreement signed by top leaders of the four NDFB factions, officials of Home Ministry and Assam government. Home Minister describes agreement as historic. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the accord would usher in a new dawn of peace, harmony and togetherness, says it will lead to transformative results for the Bodo people, reiterates government's commitment to do everything possible to help the Bodo people realize their aspirations. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla writes to European Parliament President David Maria Sassoli over resolutions against Citizenship Amendment Act, says as members of Inter-Parliamentary Union we must respect sovereign processes of fellow legislatures. Further adds it is inappropriate for one legislature to pass judgment on another, a practice that can be misused by vested interests. Coronavirus spread widens, death toll climbs to 81 as China battles with all its resources and might. India too prepares to combat any emergency. Cabinet Secretary chairs a review meeting MEA to request Chinese authorities to evacuate Indians from Wuhan. And Centre takes a firm step forward with Air India's stake sale process, issues the preliminary bid document for 100% stake, along with easing the bidding norms. Deadline for submitting bids is 17th of March. Government assures that interest of employees will be protected.
Headlines was sponsored by Wonder Cement. एक perfect शुरुआत.
Namaskar, I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Our top story tonight, a stir nearly 5 decades old that led to over 4,000 killings in the Northeast has been permanently settled. An accord was signed in New Delhi on Monday involving all stakeholders that resolves the Bodo issue. Under the pact, not only will armed cadres surrender with their weapons, a 1,500 crore rupees package will also be given to the region and community, which will get a distinct identity, more powers and added protection. Here are the details.
Reflecting its commitment to the development of the Northeast, the central government has delivered another landmark gift in the new year for the region. An accord was signed on Monday in the presence of Home Minister Amit Shah for the permanent settlement of the Bodo issue. The tripartite agreement was signed by Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal, the top leadership of the four factions of the NDFB, ABSU, Home Ministry Joint Secretary Satendra Garg and Assam Chief Secretary Kumar Sanjay Krishna. The party to this accord are the central government, the Assam government, the Bodoland Territorial Council or the BTC, the All Bodo Students Union or the ABSU, National Democratic Front of Bodoland or the NDFB Dhirendra Bodo Group, NDFB Rajun Daimari faction, NDFB Saragwara faction and the United Bodo People Organization or the UBPO. Prime Minister Modi, he praised on the accord as it was signed, saying it will usher in a new dawn of peace, harmony and togetherness. He said it's a very special day for India as the accord with the Bodo groups will lead to transformative results for the Bodo people. Home Minister Amit Shah described the pact as ushering in the golden future of Assam and the entire Northeast region, saying the Bodo issue has now been permanently settled.
मैं मानता हूं कि ये एग्रीमेंट बोडो क्षेत्र के लिए और आसाम के लिए एक बहुत विकास का रास्ता प्रशस्त करने वाला एग्रीमेंट होने जा रहा है और इसके साथ आसाम के अंदर भी जो इरिटेशन था कि कभी न कभी आसाम का विभाजन होगा, आज आसाम अखंड रहकर अपने साथियों को महत्व देकर उनको भी विकास की धारा में शामिल कर उनकी भाषा, उनकी संस्कृति और उनके अधिकारों को सुरक्षित कर एक अखंड आसाम आज से सब लोग फील कर रहे हैं.
Around 1,500 armed cadres with nearly 500 weapons will become part of the national mainstream as part of the accord. All the 4 NDFP faction will also join the national mainstream. A package of 1500 crore rupees will be given over 3 years. It will be used for implementing several special projects for the region. The BTC's powers in territory will get expanded under the accord. The number of BTC seats will be expanded from 40 to 60. Bodo community's social, cultural and linguistic rights will be secured. The land rights of tribals will also be protected. The Home Minister added on the occasion that the central government remains committed to the development of the Northeast and is ready to talk to anyone to ensure peace and progress.
नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोग एक प्रकार से अपने आप को कटा हुआ महसूस करते थे। मोदी जी ने हर महीना, हर 15 दिन, हर एक राज्य में एक केंद्रीय मंत्री जाए, वहां से शुरू कर हर राज्य की राजधानी को रेलवे से, एयर कनेक्टिविटी से, बहुत सारे ब्रिजेस, बहुत सारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के काम, तो जो नारा दिया था प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, और अब इसके साथ सबका विश्वास जोड़कर ये पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट क्षेत्र को एक अशांति से बाहर लाने का, अस्थिरता से बाहर लाने का एक प्रयास हुआ है।
The Assam government praised Prime Minister Modi's leadership for the pact and said that there will be no compromise with the Assam's territorial integrity because of it. It also assured that the rights of Bodo people will remain safeguarded.
आज इस समझौते के द्वारा ये बात साबित हुआ, असम की जो टेरिटोरियल इंटीग्रिटी हमेशा ये इंटैक्ट रहेगा। दूसरी बात, शांति व्यवस्था हमेशा हमेशा से ही सुरक्षित रहेगा। और तीसरी बात, बोडो कम्युनिटी का ऑलराउंड डेवलपमेंट ये संभव होगा। उनकी सामाजिक, सांस्कृतिक जो भाषा, आइडेंटिटी, लैंड राइट सब सही सुरक्षित किया जाएगा।
Bodo become associate official language for state of Assam, Hills tribe status for Bodo people, and an autonomous welfare council for the Bodo Kosari living outside BTAD area. So this is in the political area.
Bodo leaders have also expressed satisfaction over the settlement.
सिग्नेचर देने के बाद मैं समझता हूँ बोरो की 20 और बोरो इलाका में कोई उग्रपंथी रिवोल्यूशनरी ग्रुप नहीं होगा।
आज जो समझौता है उससे जरिए शांति आएगा और जहाँ शांति आएगा तो विकास का काम तेजी से चलता है।
People associated with the border cause celebrated in unbridled fashion at Delhi's Vijay Chowk. Even on Sunday, during his radio program Man Ki Baat, the Prime Minister spoke in detail about Assam, saying, "We all should get down to building a new India where peace is the answer to every question." It was after the formation of the Modi 2.0 government that the efforts to settle the border question gained pace from August last year. With Sudhakar Das in Delhi, DD India.
Moving on, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla on Monday wrote to European Parliament President David Maria Sassoli over resolutions against Citizenship Amendment Act. The letter reads, "I understand that a joint motion for resolution has been introduced in European Parliament on Citizenship Amendment Act. As members of Inter-Parliamentary Union, we must respect sovereign processes of fellow legislatures." The letter further reads, "It is inappropriate for one legislature to pass judgment on another, a practice that can be misused by vested interest. I would urge you to consider the proposed resolution in this light, confident that none of us want to set an unhealthy precedent." He said, "I would urge you to consider the proposed resolution in this light, confident that none of us want to set an unhealthy precedent." Also, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has asserted that there is no scope for outside interference in India's internal matters, expressing his concern over the trend of foreign bodies interfering in matters that are completely within the purview of the Indian Parliament and the Indian government. Naidu said that such efforts are totally uncalled for and unwarranted, and expressed hope that they will refrain from making such statements in future. The Vice President said that as a mature republic and democratic polity, India is capable of addressing the concerns of its citizens and needs no advice or guidance in such matters from others. So, a little bit of update on coronavirus. The government has decided to prepare for possible evacuation of Indian nationals from Wuhan. The decision was taken at a high-level meeting chaired by Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba, which carried out a detailed review of the situation arising out of outbreak of coronavirus in China. The External Affairs Ministry is to request Chinese authorities for the evacuation. China is reeling under the coronavirus epidemic, which has claimed over 81 lives so far. The death toll climbed to 80 with 2,744 confirmed cases as China battles coronavirus outbreak. According to the National Health Commission of China, 769 new cases have been confirmed in the last 24 hours. However, the condition of 51 infected with the disease has improved after the treatment. Apart from additional health personnel deputed, a new hospital is being built to treat people affected by the coronavirus in Wuhan city of China. Meanwhile, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang arrived in Wuhan to inspect the epidemic control and prevention work. China has also extended the Lunar New Year holiday to help contain an outbreak of the mysterious virus, with several cases confirmed around the world.
All provinces followed suit by strictly controlling possible sources of infection. Truthfully, the public should pay more attention to protecting themselves by wearing masks and washing their hands. This way, we can definitely control the virus in the next few months.
Apart from China, the coronavirus has spread to Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, Thailand, Japan, South Korea, America, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, Nepal, France and Australia. Meanwhile, the Indian Embassy in China has released another hotline number, 3 in total now. Special care is being taken by the Indian government too. According to the update by the Health Ministry, no case of coronavirus has been found in India. Cabinet Secretary also reviewed the situation arising out of novel coronavirus outbreak with secretaries in the Ministries of Health, External Affairs, Civil Aviation, Labour, Defence, INB and Member Secretary, National Disaster Management Authority, DG, Armed Forces, Medical Services attended the meeting. It was decided that steps may be taken to prepare for possible evacuation of Indian nationals in Wuhan.
Requested by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, several steps have been taken by Ministry of Civil Aviation also. The most prominent being at 7 airports where flights are arriving from China, they have rather installed, we have facilitated the thermal imagers. So as the people are walking in, through thermal imagery we can find out whether the person is running a fever or not, and as soon as in case he having some symptoms or fever or cough or cold, he's just taken to another place, doctors examining him and the process follows.
In response to confirmed case of coronavirus in Nepal, vigil has been strengthened at Panitanki in West Bengal, which is the entry point from Nepal. Vigil has also been stepped up in districts bordering Nepal. Health teams have been deployed at border outposts with Nepal at Jhulaghat and Jaljibi in Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. Separate wards have been set up at AIIMS and Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital in the capital Delhi. The director of National Centre for Disease Control, NCDC, has visited RML Hospital and reviewed the preparations. The Union Health Secretary has reviewed the situation and through video conferencing has spoken to the Home Ministry and the Chief Secretary of 5 states adjoining Nepal and the Director General of Police. On Saturday, on the instructions of PM Modi, the Prime Minister's Principal Secretary reviewed India's readiness to deal with it amid global concern over growing cases of the disease in China. Meanwhile, the NCDC has also released a 24-hour helpline on which all information related to the coronavirus can be obtained. The World Health Organization is also monitoring the situation. With Nitendra Singh, DD India. Absolutely, India is also all set to combat any emergency. Moving on. Preparations are in full swing for the 11th edition of the biennial Mega Defence Exhibition DEF Expo 2020 to be held at Uttar Pradesh capital Lucknow between February 5th to 9th, 2020. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating the DEF Expo 2020. But why is the Defence Expo significant? Let's take a look at this report.
The 11th biennial edition of Defence Expo 2020 is scheduled to be held for the first time in Uttar Pradesh. 11th DEF Expo will be organised from 5th to 9th of February 2020 in Lucknow. Main theme of the Defence Expo will be India, the emerging defence manufacturing hub. Focus of DEF Expo India 2020 will be on digital transformation of defence sector. The exhibition will also highlight emergence of UP as an attractive destination for investment in the defense sector. It offers an excellent opportunity for the Indian defense industry to showcase its capabilities and promote its export potential. Well, a mobile application has also been developed over here. Well, you can get all the significant and important information from this mobile applications with respect to Defense Expo 2020. Well, as far as the schedule is concerned, you can get to know that which event is happening on which date. So all the information is provided on this mobile applications of Defense Expo. Important part is that there are various speakers who will be speaking at the Defense Expo 2020. So you can get all the information about these speakers who are related to the defense sector via this mobile applications. But yes, last but not the least, look at this, the products. There are various products that are listed as far as this mobile application is concerned, which will be showcased in this Defense Expo 2020 in Lucknow. So be it the air systems, the aircraft, the ammunition, the armor vehicle. So all these products will be showcased in the Defense Expo, and you can get all the information about all these products via this mobile application. UP has a strong defense industrial infrastructure, and one of the 2 defense industrial corridors of India is also planned in Uttar Pradesh. The corridor will encourage defense MSMEs, including our Indian defense industry.
70 से भी अधिक देशों ने अपने यहाँ पार्टिसिपेशन की पुष्टि की है, तो मुझे लगता है कि काफ़ी लार्ज स्केल में कंट्रीज पार्टिसिपेट करेंगी. ये हमारे डिफेंस इंडस्ट्रियल कॉरिडोर को, जो कि लखनऊ, अलीगढ़, आगरा, इन सब एरियाज में पास करता है, इन नोड्स को में हमारी आर्थिक व्यवस्था को बहुत ही बूस्ट देगा.
Def Expo 2020 is sure to bring the leading technologies in the defense sector under one roof and provide ample opportunities for government, private manufacturers, startups and the entire space. Arun Sharma, DD News.
So Air India is back on the block once again in less than 2 years. This time the government is selling it lock, stock and barrel. Preliminary bid document for 100% stake sale was issued on Monday. 17th of March is the deadline for submitting expression of interest.
The government on Monday announced sale of 100% stake in Air India as it issued the preliminary bid document for the strategic disinvestment and has set 17th March as the deadline for submitting expression of interest. As part of the strategic disinvestment, Air India would also sell 100% stake in low-cost airline Air India Express, 50% shareholding in the joint venture as well.
The transfer of management control and sale of 100% shares of Air India, along with Air India's 100% stake in its subsidiary Air India Express Limited and 50% stake in joint venture ISATs. Number 2, freezing of debt in Air India at rupees 23,286.5 crores, which is approximately equivalent to the written down value of the combined assets.
Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri also sought to assure the employees of Air India that the interest will be taken care of, adding that the retiring employees' medical benefits issue is also being sorted out.
We are determined to ensure that appropriate adequate medical cover is provided to them. We are just looking at the different modalities now. The bottom line is that the Ministry of Civil Aviation, the management of Air India and all those involved, including DIPAM, are acutely conscious and are determined to ensure that the interests of the employees are safeguarded.
The new buyer would continue to use the Air India brand. The bid document says that the FDI policy for the sale remains unchanged. In 2018, the government proposed to offload 76% equity share capital of the national carrier as well as transfer the management control to private players. However, there were no bidders, so there have been changes to ease the process this time. DD India.
Moving on, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Monday asserted that no power can now stop Kashmiri Pandits from returning to Kashmir, as he strongly defended the Modi government's decision to reorganize Jammu and Kashmir and scrap its special status under Article 370. He also sent out a strong message to Pakistan saying India will not touch anyone, but if someone bothers it, then it is not going to let them live in peace.
अब जम्मू कश्मीर का काम तो खत्म, जम्मू कश्मीर अब भारत का इंटीग्रल पार्ट. अब यदि बात यदि कुछ होनी होगी किसी मुद्दे पर पाकिस्तान के साथ, तो केवल पीओके पर बात होगी और किसी दूसरे मुद्दे पर बात नहीं होगी. याद रखना, वह क्षण भी आएगा कि हम जम्मू कश्मीर का ऐसा विकास करेंगे, ऐसा डेवलपमेंट करेंगे कि मेरे बहनों भाइयों, पाक ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर के लोग भी यह नारा लगाना प्रारंभ करेंगे कि पाकिस्तान से हमारा रिश्ता टूटना चाहिए और भारत के साथ हमारा रिश्ता जुड़ना चाहिए। वह शुक्रिया।
So, a 3-day workshop on Internet and data security was organized at Indian Institute of Science Education and Research in Bhopal on Monday. In his inaugural address, IIS-ER Director Seva Umapati presented his views on data science and engineering, on which a course has been recently introduced in the institute. He said that the conference is first ever in India on emerging fields of data security and artificial intelligence.
This course called Data Science and Engineering. Now, this conference is called the Fourth Paradigm, which means the future of innovation and technology in science comes from data analysis using artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, this is the first conference in India or the first conference in the world on application of artificial intelligence and machine learning to scientific research and towards scientific innovation.
Nalin Chauhan, Nodal Officer Media of Delhi's Chief Electoral Officer's Office, in a press conference on Monday shared the details of violations of Model Code of Conduct that have taken place in the national capital. He said a total seizures worth rupees 38.64 crore have been made till date, in addition to a total of 402 entries with regard to violations of the Model Code of Conduct.
हम लोगों ने अभी कुल ओवरऑल जो सीजर किया है वो 38.64 करोड़ का किया है। इसी के अलावा हमने जो आज तक जो आदर्श आचार संहिता के उल्लंघन में 402 प्रविष्टियां की गई हैं, दर्ज की गई हैं, जिसमें 390 एफआईआर हैं और 12 डीडी हैं, डीडी प्रविष्टियां एंट्रीज हैं। उसमें 21 जो हैं वो आम आदमी पार्टी के खिलाफ है, जिसमें 17 एफआईआर दिल्ली प्रिवेंशन ऑफ डिफेसमेंट प्रॉपर्टी एक्ट में और 3+1 मतलब 4 डीडी एंट्रीज हैं। इसी तरीके कांग्रेस के विरुद्ध 10, भाजपा के विरुद्ध 5 और 366 जो एंट्रीज हैं वो नॉन पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं, उनके खिलाफ की गई हैं।
Sports stories now. Fourth seed Simona Halep overcame a gutsy display from Elise Mertens to secure her place in the Australian Open quarterfinals with a 6-4, 6-4 victory. The 2018 finalist was a break-up in the first set and 2 breaks up in the second, but saw her advantage eroded by the Belgian 16th seed in both sets. Fifth seed Dominic Thiem was in ruthless form as he beat Gael Monfils in straight sets to reach his first Australian Open quarterfinals. The Austrian did not face a single break point in a 6-2, 6-4, 6-4 win over the French 10th seed. Rohan Bopanna and his Ukrainian partner Nadia Kechenok have progressed to the mixed doubles quarterfinals. They defeated the team of Nicole Melichar and Bruno Soares 6-4, 7-6 in their second round match. Also, Leander Paes and Yelena Ostapenko reached the mixed doubles second round. Paes and Ostapenko erased a 1-set deficit to edge out local wildcard entrants Storm Sanders and Mark Polman 6-7, 6-3, 10-6 in the opening round. Paes is competing in his last Australian Open, having announced that 2020 is his final year on the pro circuit. They will next face American Bethany Maddox-Sands and Britain Jamie Murray. In form, Sarfaraz Khan rescued Mumbai with an unbeaten double century, powering the visitors to a comfortable 372 for 5 after top order collapse on the opening day of their Group B Ranji Trophy game against Himachal Pradesh Dharamshala on Monday. The 22-year-old Sarfaraz, who had hit an unbeaten triple hundred in the last game against Uttar Pradesh, took a listless HP attack to cleaners, hitting 32 fours and 4 sixes during his unbeaten 226-run knock. Electing to bowl the picturesque HPCA Stadium, the home pacers exploited the windy conditions, grabbing 3 quick wickets to leave Mumbai reeling at 16 for 3. Well, that's all we have on this news bulletin. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.